15th. It's been a month since I run a game. So we're running one. We got Yorie here.
Hey.
Da-da-da. You got your character sheet, Special Stalloid. Okay. So we have to jump back to...
Wait, we have to jump back?
Sort of. Not really back, but December 29th, 1875 is when you left Wheeling.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening, you, like thieves in the night, you left. Even as you could see a light in the distance that you guess is the burning Elger house. And possibly that's a pillar of smoke going up in the distance, a huge one. You and Jack West buy tickets. Get on board the westbound going towards Cincinnati. Anywhere, just let's get the hell out of Wheeling. And head west. Did you say you were going to just try to ditch him in Denver? Is that the plan?
Maybe.
Well,
that is
it would be easy for you to get separated in Denver at any point along the way. Jack West is just heading west. His namesake. And let's see. I am missing a binder. I have to grab it out. It takes like a week. It takes 5 days a week to get that direction. You'll be recompensed for the money later from Jane Weisfeld. She said she'd pay for you guys' trip to and from Wheeling. So if you send her a letter, send her a telegram at some point, you'll get that money back. So it's not a big deal worrying about that. Where are you going? You said Denver.
I get to Denver. Is Denver a bigger town?
Denver is the capital of Colorado.
Like,
it's a good-sized city.
Would they happen to have a tattoo parlor?
Sure. It's in it's in one of the little, we're going to say there's a little Chinese district in Colorado. It's very small. But yes, they'll give you, they'll tattoo you. You can get a tattoo in Denver if you want. It costs like how much do tattoos cost now? $100? So it's like $5 for a tattoo.
They're a bit more expensive in this time. They're considered, yes, because you gotta remember there's no ink gun. This is a professional job nowadays.
Okay, well give me a luck check. We'll see if there's a tattoo parlor in Denver at this point. Why not? 41.
That's a success.
Okay. Yeah, you find one.
Alright.
I'm still going to say it's Chinese because I think the Chinese more commonly tattooed themselves than anybody else.
It was apparently like a really rich thing to do.
Okay.
Like a wealthy status thing. I'm going to get Bast on my left chest.
The word Bast?
No,
or a picture of a cat?
A cat like sitting, a black cat sitting like that.
Yeah, okay. Put it on your character sheet. Note it on there somewhere.
Alright. It'll
probably take 2 or 3 days.
I did research on tattoos.
It's just one color though, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be like multicolored.
It's just black and like my skin for the eyes.
Gotcha.
And like any other features.
Right.
My skin.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's do a random roll. Let's see how good a tattoo this looks like. I should be sitting on this side, probably. Here we go, Yorie. You ready? The lower, the better. 80. It's an 80.
As long as
it looks like a cat. It looks like a cat. It's not the most beautiful. It's not like beautiful art, but it is. Yeah. It does look like what you want it to look like. And it costs like $5 or whatever. I think that's probably under your daily spend. So it's not something you have to worry about. I would put it under physical. You could either put it under physical appearance, or you could put it under scars and that kind of stuff too, because it could be considered. I wouldn't. It's not really a scar, but it could be considered.
But yeah, I did research, and World War I is when the electric one was made.
Okay.
And that's when it started falling out of popularity for rich people.
Yeah, because it's harder.
Because they were like, well, it's too easy to get it. I don't want a tattoo.
Yeah, keep rich people are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you plan to go after Denver?
Well, no.
Did you want to go look up Mrs. Tuttle?
I'll go look at Mrs. Tuttle.
Okay, let me see if I can
just wanted to make sure I had my credentials first.
Mrs. Tuttle. Is she in the front? Hold on, I gotta find out what I did with her character sheet. Nope. She might be another binder. Which I did bring, because I knew something like this was going to happen. Where are you, Mrs. Tuttle? She's not here. She's in the other binder. Grab it. I came over here for that before, and I forgot why I was here. There we go. Alright. This has turned into the Weiswald Christmas binder, because that's all that's in it.
Gotcha. Oh man, that was a big adventure.
Yeah. It did turn out pretty huge. Let's See if
There's a lot of people. I believe half of that's probably just the halfway town.
Oh, Falls Run?
Yeah.
Yeah, Falls Run. There's Falls Run. Here's the rules of wheeling. There's a lot of background information here, a lot of maps.
Gotcha.
Because I wanted extra maps of wheeling in case I needed to look at them, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Mrs. Tuttle. You do looking around in Denver, and you find out that the Tuttles are a wealthy family. Mr. Tuttle's dead. He's been dead for about 10 years. And they own the bank in town, one of the bigger banks. So you could find Mrs. Tuttle. You could send your car to her house. It's a big house in Denver. And she could send you a note in reply that tells you that she'll meet you at such and such time, for supper at a restaurant or something like that. Will that work for Stalloid?
I guess.
Okay, so you two meet at a restaurant, a very public place. As the last time you met with her, you were freaked out about being alone with her in a room somewhere. So you meet at a very nice restaurant that's there in Denver. She greets you. Oh, hello. Well, hello, Professor Stalloid. How good of you to pay me a visit. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing terrible.
Well, I'm terribly sorry.
It's fine. It'll get better.
Blah, blah, blah. You guys order your meals?
These are my credentials.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh.
I was getting a statue card, but complications happened, and
Did you not get the statue yet? Oh, that's right. It was going to take a while. Okay. Well, there's no rush, of course.
So I wanted some credentials for the meantime.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, what can I help you with, or is this just a social call?
Well, I wanted to know more about our society.
Oh, yes. Well, we're all distantly related. We're all scattered about. There's only a few of us, of course, and it's very, very hard to get in. And we do have a grand leader of our society. She sends. You're the first male, actually.
Oh.
She sends out information we need. We often meet in Ulthar. Of course, you know about that.
Okay.
And you don't know that. You can read Cthulhu Mythos if you would like to on that one. Ooh, 100. The cursed city of Ulthar. Somewhere in China, you think. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
You don't know if you're thinking of that or something totally different. You never. The name is not.
I said, yeah, with the giant spiders that when is they go into the sky?
Spiders? No. Ulthar's just a tiny little town.
Oh,
it's a very small, there's a lot of cats there. It's just the other side of the Enchanted Forest. Anyway.
Gotcha.
We often meet there. We often meet in Ulthar, and that's how we do most of our communication, of course, because it's cheaper and it's much safer.
Is that in my dreams, too? Everything seems to be in my dreams.
Do you know what Ulthar is,
No.
Professor? Yes. In the Dreamlands.
Okay.
You can access the Dreamlands, can't you?
I don't know.
Oh.
The cats always come in my dreams.
Oh, all right. Okay. Interesting.
How do you access the Dreamlands?
Well, you have to go down the 999. She names a number, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Steps, and you speak to the two priests, and then you go into the Dreamlands, and you come out in the Enchanted Forest. None of this is familiar? No. Interesting. Well, I will have to consult with our leader and get some advice from her on that, and then we'll get back to you. What is your address? Where do you live? I could write you.
Okay, I'm gonna give her the address for the manor in midnight.
Yeah.
Right.
If a letter comes for Stalloid in midnight, they're gonna know where it's going to go. So she writes it down very diligently, tucks it away in that massive purse that she carries, and she says, "It's very good. I'll write you of her decision and to let you know, or I'll send a telegram. Either way, and we'll see about if we can find a way to assist you. I know there are ways to assist people into the Dreamlands, and if you are a member of our society, then you should be able to go there so you can meet with us, because that is where we have most of our meetings. Now, many of the ladies they wear masks when they meet. Because
I can wear masks.
Because you can wear masks because they think it's quite it's elegant. It's elegant. I myself do not bother because sometimes you just don't. Oh, here's the food. You guys have a nice meal. All right. Anything else you want to talk to her about?
Is there another society member in San Francisco or the area?
No. No, actually, San Francisco. If you're from I thought you were from Midtown. You're town called Midtown.
I was born in San Francisco, though, and I'm heading over there to take care of
We like to have members spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it would be nice to have a member if you're from San Francisco. Can I get your address there?
I don't know how long it will be there.
Oh, very well. Well, let me have it anyway, in case I need it anytime. You give her your address. Well, that's a very nice district in San Francisco. It's nice to have members everywhere in case anything needs done. We don't actually usually meet as a group very often. I think we've met once in the last 5 or 6 years, or however. I'm not sure how long it's been. I don't know how long it's been exactly. 1876. 11 years. We've only met once. And that was very difficult for some of the ladies. So, we don't often meet here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess ask her if she would tutor me on any magics or, like, useful, good stuff.
She's going to, again, have to refer back to the leader of the organization for that before she's allowed to do any of that kind of stuff. But she will talk to her and get back to you by letter or telegram or something. She's obviously wealthy.
Yeah.
She says she'll send to both of your addresses in that case.
And yeah.
Okay. So you have a nice meal with her. You have some wine.
I guess during the thing, I will tell her about our mission and how we succeeded at it. We think.
Which one?
Both.
Okay, so dealing in Falls Run with the traitor or whatever, and then dealing with how much detail are you going to go into about burning down the Elder house?
I say that we took care of the elders.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. She doesn't really know what it means exactly. She doesn't have all the details.
We just include that they also had some werewolves and
oh my,
and there was a cat altar, and I feel I set the spirits of the cats free. I don't know if I did.
What did you do? How did you set them free?
Well, I burned the bones. I've always heard that in religious speak.
I would think that would do it. Yes.
Okay.
That sounds like. Have you had any dreams since then? As if she was displeased,
no.
Then yeah, you haven't. So you're still freaked out by cats. You're terrified of cats.
Yeah.
Every time you look in the mirror without your shirt now, you're like,
what did I get that?
It's okay. So you're nice phobic of cats. Now over these 3 months, you can try to get rid of that if you want. But that's going to require some professional help of some kind.
I just figured I'd do immersion therapy. It's time to calm down.
Okay, so
2 weeks
is there anything else you want to talk to her about? She lives here in Denver. She's the Colorado representative or whatever, the Colorado part of the society.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scattered all about. So you get the idea that there's maybe half a dozen, maybe 8, probably closer to half a dozen total, and that they're all ladies. And they're all upper-class, wealthy ladies, older ladies, probably. She's about 48, between 48 and 50, somewhere in there, you would guess. How old is Stalloid? He's in his 30s. Right?
Nope. I remember this. He's 27, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, 27. January 11th, 1848.
So he's about to turn 28.
He's about to turn 28 sometime in this whole mess. So, so she's considerably older than you. She's at least 20 years older than you. Just FYI, just kind of give you kind of an idea. Okay, you have a nice meal with her. She's interesting. She's a little flighty, but friendly enough. Doesn't seem like she's a crazy cultist or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to handle that? Okay, so where are you going from Denver there?
I guess off to San Francisco.
Okay, Denver, San Francisco. Questions. I got a couple questions from San Francisco.
All right.
Stalloid gets a paper, right?
Uh-huh.
If he's not around, are the papers kept for him? And then does he, go over old papers and shit, or...
I feel like you would probably gloss it.
Well, yeah, skim them just to see if there's anything...
Just check the headline,
okay.
And then,
So you get back to San Francisco. Again, from Denver, that's in a few days. We're not going to nail down numbers here, but you go back to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a spot hidden. 47.
That's a success.
That's a success. You don't see what kind of success?
It's actually, I think, a...
Is it?
I think mine's 85 or 90, 95.
I didn't get your machine. Is it 95?
It's 95.
Holy crap. So 95, that's just a hard success.
I kind of regret this.
You don't see anybody around the house.
Everything.
You don't see anybody around the house.
Nobody's around the house?
I'm assuming, you're keeping an eye out, you're looking for somebody, looking from a window.
Oh, okay.
Or like skulking around one of the other houses, or guys sweeping the street. You don't see anybody that seems out of place.
Okay.
If the Pinkertons are watching your house, they're really good. Because you take a good hard look around and you don't see anything.
Gotcha.
And you're taking a cab back to your house because you didn't bring horses with you on any of these things.
No, they're all still there.
Your maid mom is
my
fine.
maid mom.
She is fine. Wait, I've got her name written down here.
Chunchiro.
She is fine. And you spent probably the first day, you've been gone for like a month, or if not longer. So you look through the papers, you skim through the papers. A couple things jump out at you on the front page. I'm going to read these to you because I know you have a hard time reading a small print. The first one is from November 23rd, 1875, so a month and a half ago. Notorious outlaw captured. Jack Parker brought in alive. Indictment and trial pending. And it says Jack Parker, the notorious second in command of the John Valentine gang, was captured in Colorado and returned to San Francisco for trial Monday. Federal Marshal Clayton Pierce returned to San Francisco with the notorious outlaw in tow. The only information released by the courts is that he was captured in Colorado. No other information is yet available. Jack Parker has been riding with John Valentine for the last decade, and many claim he was second in command to the infamous John Valentine himself. Parker was wanted for charges of murder, grand theft, train robbery, burglary, stagecoach robbery, and horse theft, amongst numerous other charges in various states and territories, primarily California and Colorado Territory, though also including Nevada Territory. He was also thought to be connected with the train wreck in Nevada in February, which saw the escape of the recently captured John Valentine and several of his men. You remember that one because you were involved with that.
I was there.
He is currently being held under close watch by both city police and the sheriff's deputies in San Francisco jail pending his trial. No trial date has yet been set, and an indictment is thought forthcoming. It is unknown what, if any, extradition orders might come in from other states and territories where the man is wanted. Marshal Pierce could not be reached for comment. However, a telegram sent to Governor Romaldo Pacheco received a reply that read, "Seeing this man incarcerated is a great day for California." A list of Jack Parker's alleged crimes should be printed in this paper before the end of the week. Reporters are even now compiling information for readers. This is not the first of John Valentine's gang who were captured by Marshal Pierce. He reportedly also brought in the ill-famed Dan Magoon, who was captured and arrested in Arizona in April. Magoon was found guilty of numerous crimes and sentenced to life in prison. Said sentence currently being served out at San Quentin Prison. Numerous calls for extradition from Arizona Territory are still being dealt with by the courts. In that time, he has been Jack Parker, you find in various newspaper articles, he's been indicted for a ton of, just a long list of crimes. Court date is still pending as of January when you get back to San Francisco, but it's guessed that the trial will start in February and will probably take at least 2 or 3 weeks, is the guess. The other one of interest that you find is from just 2 days after this one, the day after, actually, Wednesday, November 24th, 1875. Have you watched any of the videos? Did you watch Kyle's?
I did. I didn't, but okay. I know what this is.
Millionaire missing! Is that the one? Did he tell you? Millionaire businessman Frederick Rothschild, 65, has been reported missing from his office after an incident Tuesday. Mr. Rothschild, owner of Rothschild and Company, was said to have leapt from his second-story window Tuesday afternoon and fled the premises. Mr. Rothschild was last seen in the presence of Federal Marshal Clayton Pierce, whom witnesses say spoke to the man for a short time in the privacy of his office before there was a ruckus of some kind. Marshal Pierce was heard to exclaim, "What are you doing?" before rushing out of the office in pursuit of the fleeing Rothschild. Police have not reported what Marshal Pierce, who recently returned to San Francisco with captured outlaw Jack Parker, was doing in the building or why he was chasing Mr. Rothschild. Anyone with information on the missing man should report it to the San Francisco Police Department. The case remains under investigation by said department. So Rothschild is missing.
Yeah.
You don't know, and the last person that saw him was Clayton Pierce. You don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
There are no further. There's nothing further on that in the
newspapers. He fell from...
He jumped out of a second-story window.
Okay.
And then apparently was being chased by Marshal Pierce.
Yeah.
There is probably a follow-up article, at least one, with interviews from some of the people that were at the business who say there was a ruckus, like a fight or something, and then according to Pierce, Rothschild leapt out the window, and when they called down to him, he said, "Which way did he go?" As if the guy ran off. Like, jumped out of a second-floor window and then ran away, which, you met Rothschild. He was 65, and he was in good shape, but he was pretty old, yeah. So, I don't know how Stalloid feels about that, but those are two articles that happen. Right. That's some stuff that has happened. Okay, so you've got the next scenario begins in early April, so you've got till then. What does Stalloid want to do for these 3 months?
Well, the first thing he's doing is he's going to start preparing. He does right off the bat tell Chunshiro that he's planning on selling the house.
Okay, she's very sad.
But that he doesn't want to see her go, and if she would like, he is moving to Midnight, and she can come with if she would want to.
Okay, no, she'll come with you.
Unless she wants her.
Her question is why sell the house, though? Is the fact that it's a beautiful house. It'd be great to have 2 houses. That's her thinking.
To cut off memories.
She would like to stay in San Francisco. You get the impression, but she's going to go with you because you're her son. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can sell the house if you want. Yeah. So you can get well. You can put it on the market. It's not necessarily going to
put it on the market.
Okay. So you talk to. You put a for sale sign out. You probably I don't even know if there were realtors in that era. I'm guessing there were certain people, especially for the rich, who would help them to try to sell their houses. But it's probably going to be a long process. It might not be done by the time.
And then, of course, I need to get that dinosaur skull out of the shed.
You do have that giant freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex skull in the shed.
I'm donating that to a museum, any museum that'll take it, no questions asked. Like, they can put it up in an exhibit. Well, I don't know if they want it. You did meet with Philip Sanborn a few months ago. Remember, he came, he saw the exhibit, he was quite impressed by it. And he told you about his own museum down in Santiago, California, in Southern California. I guess I could contact him, yeah.
Yeah, you can contact him. You can send him a telegram.
Ask him if he'd like it.
Are you asking money for it? Are you donating?
Just donating.
If it's a donation, he would. Yeah, they could use it for the museum.
All right.
So you make arrangements with him. He sets it up to have it shipped down there via train because it's going to have to go to Los Angeles as the nearest train. With the way as the telegrams are going back and forth, you're like, where is this place? And you come to find that it is in Southern California, just the other side of the Santa Ana Mountains from Midnight, actually.
All right.
There's a little county called Santiago County. Santiago's not the county seat, though. You do a little research, you find the county seat's a little town called Buford, which is weird. Santiago's on the coast. It's a good size. It's a very small town, but it's growing very quickly.
Gotcha.
And it was apparently originally established by one of the ranchers in that area, who also got the county established. The county's only been around for a few years as well. So, they don't have a train, there's no train that runs down there to San Diego yet. San Diego's just south, so it's between Los Angeles, San Diego, Santa Ana's up here, but it's a little tiny thing at this point too. And then Santiago's down in between them. It's a pretty sizable county at this point. So, he's very interested. And you guys make arrangements. So that's something that's going on in the background as well.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do? You've got books, you've got mental issues, you've got 3 months to play with this stuff. So
whilst I'm in town and I'm trying to sell the house, I guess I would also be seeing a psychiatrist as often as I can.
It's not really a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You've got a few options here.
Psychoanalyst.
No, there's not even that. Even alienists aren't really much of a thing yet, but you've got a few options.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the same options that I'm going to give Jakali.
Okay. Sanitarium, gotcha.
No, definitely not. Jesus, God, no. You might end up dead. No, as far as, let's see, Jakali, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so there's 2 or 3 ways to try to recover sanity. Down Darker Trails, 49 to 51. I noted the pages because I can never find them. So, okay.
The sanitarium. I have a fear of cats. Uncurable.
We'll fix you right up.
1,000 years dungeon.
We'll fix you right up. Let's just put you in. Let's just lock you up in the dungeon. We'll lock you up in one of the special rooms. The screaming is a little bit louder.
That is the Lord. He was never here.
He was never here.
But he did put us in his will.
No, they don't go that far. But it's basically, asylums at this time are just for keeping them locked up, keeping them away from people. Okay, so you don't really have the psychotherapy. You have some options. Self-help is one.
Okay.
Self-help, what you're going to do is you're going to, you pick an entry in your backstory, which you can use as psychological support. You can use a person. You can use an item. You can use a place. And then what you do is you're going to go into detail. With me, we're going to talk about it. You're going to go into some detail about how how this is going to be of help to you. In other words, you sit down with Chujiro and just open up and tell her everything, and she advises you or comforts you. Do you? What are some of your items?
Can I talk to my horses?
Are they on?
They are actually.
Hold on.
And my special
So
persons.
let's see. You've got strength and community is your big thing.
Yeah.
That'll give you a bonus die on your check.
Okay.
Because that's your starred one.
Yeah.
And what you could do there is you could do some community service, that kind of thing. Work with people.
So
try to make San Francisco better or Midnight better.
Another thing I was wanting to do is go to Chinatown.
Your horses. Okay, yeah, your horses are listed. So your wagon, you could go off for a week of medicine manning, or a few weeks, and be like, everything's fine, and I'm just going to focus on this and just kind of settle myself. That's another way that you could handle that.
I know what I'm
doing. Treasure protection. Wait, you got two things starred here.
Oh, I do?
You got the research journal and strength and community starred.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be one or the other.
So take off the research journal.
Okay.
Take off strength and community.
Okay, we'll fix it. Okay, so anyway, so let me tell you how the rules work for this. So you go into some detail about what you're doing in order to try to help yourself, and then you make a sanity roll. We'll role play.
Or take off research journal. That's the one.
Okay, yeah. We'll role play the scene out. Then you make a sanity check. If you are successful, you get 1d6 sanity points back, and if you're unsuccessful, you lose a point. And if you're unsuccessful, then we revise that part of your backstory as well. So it sours because it hurts you more than it helped you. And then you get a bonus die if you use the starred one. Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, and if you use the starred one and you succeed, you'll not only get the D6, but you will also recover from any indefinite insanity. Holy crap, that's pretty solid. Especially for Jakali, who's got like 6.
Yeah.
But if it fails, then that aspect is revised. And you no longer have a key connection at all. So you don't have anything. You can form a new key connection in time. Okay, so that's one thing. That's self-help.
Alright.
Then there are some treatment options here. Well, it says doing nothing. You can just do nothing, and we just make rolls to see if you get better. Okay, this is actually trying to help you. This is doing nothing is just like, whatever. And then after several, it doesn't say how long.
I thought doing nothing takes longer.
No, but, okay, so doing nothing, you make a roll to see if you make any recovery. It's very low.
Okay.
The first roll is to indicate how long it takes to recuperate. Okay. Hold on. First roll is against the recovery rate of the care option used and indicates how long. Okay, so that indicates whether or not it's going to be months or something before you get a check. Then there's a mental check, see if you get any better. It's very low. And then there's a physical check to see if something goes wrong and you're physically harmed. With do nothing, there's only a very small chance of. There's a high physical number, which means a small chance of something going wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
There's a private home and individual, which is costs, and this is somebody just trying to help you out. It's gonna be okay. That has slightly better numbers. And then there's a private institution, which has worse physical numbers. There's a good chance you're going to get injured in there, right? And then there's a public institution or asylum, which is really bad. And then there's prison. So
now, which one's worse, public institution, asylum, or prison?
They're about the same. Actually, I would say public institution is worse.
Okay.
There's a better chance of getting hurt in the public institution. Because they're like, we're going to try the water treatment on you today.
Yeah.
And you essentially get waterboarded or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's our new hydrotherapy treatment or whatever. So there's a chance that you're probably not going to die.
They have fancy words for it.
Yeah. So prison is actually costs less, has about the same chance of recovery, and less chance of you getting physically harmed. Asylums in this period were not for helping people. They were just to get them out of
Nobody wants to see this crazy person screaming on a street corner. Let's just put him in a cell. It'll be fun. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do self-help? Or do you want to try to get some help? Or do you want to...
I'm going down to Chinatown.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna, like, send a message ahead of time to